Last week, 5 brave people stepped forward to transform their lives.
I do see this definitely as a new chapter, yeah. It's just time to change.
If I don't stop it now, it's just going to continue to get worse.
You're seeing John Conway now, the heaviest he's ever going to be.
And you followed.
We're following Lucy! Yay! Donald win!
I'm following Keir Scanlon.
This is Operation Transformation. You can follow Operation Transformation online at RTÉ.ie/OT. On radio with RTÉ Radio 1 and 2FM. And you can join me, Catherine Thomas, here every Wednesday and Thursday night. Operation Transformation is real life happening in real time.
Catherine Thomas, I think she's following me everywhere I go.
My colleagues, they've only been 100% supportive.
I hope I don't leave anyone down,
It's about all of us coming together to make real change. And with over 3 million hits on our website in just 1 week, the transformation has well and truly begun. But it's not too late to get involved. Pick a leader and follow the plan, specially designed by our team of experts, including our brand new group workout directly after the show tonight and every Wednesday on RTÉ Player.
Go. And a deep breath out.
During last week's fitness test, our Mayo leader, John Conamy's ECG revealed some worrying results.
But to make sure your heart is healthy, I think the best course of action is to go and see a cardiologist.
Under the advice of Professor Niall Moyna, John attended the Galway Clinic to investigate his heart's health and find out if he would be able to continue as a leader.
Apprehensive. Just glad I'm here, find out what's wrong, and we're going to fix it.
Dr. Ciara joined John to meet his cardiologist, who revealed John has a condition known as atrial fibrillation.
This is an electrical problem with your heart. This condition is very common. There are an awful lot of people have it. And the big risk from this in the long run is the risk of stroke. It's silent until the day it causes a major catastrophe. So that's why we take it quite seriously. Structure of the heart looks normal. And that means there's a good chance that we'll get it back to regular rhythm. But if it hasn't gone back to regular, in a month's time, is bring you in, give you some sedation and give the heart a little shock to get it back to regular. From the point of view of what can you do to help yourself, losing weight is one part of it. Alcohol can contribute to an irregular heartbeat, so less alcohol is good. So the point of what I'm trying to do is not to put you in an armchair for the rest of your days. It's quite the opposite. It's to get you back out exercising.
So we can put him through his paces.
Absolutely.
Dr. Ciara is relieved, as it means John can continue as a leader.
And it's very interesting to hear Dr. Pate say that what you actually need is the exercise and the weight loss, because I think some people do think if they have a heart condition that they become cardiac crippled, where they say, oh, I can't do anything, I can't, have to sit at home, I can't take any exercise. And we want you to do that because that actually is a game changer in terms of heart health, that it's going to be fine.
With that in mind, John springs into action with his food plan.
1 medium-sized whole chicken.
Is this just for you now, or is this to feed the whole family?
Feed the whole family. I'm not going to eat chicken on my own.
And wife Yvonne is keen to help her head chef husband.
You making the meatballs?
For what?
For dinner.
Okay, so do you want me to do that now?
If you want.
Right, okay. Next thing now, I get shoved out of the way. You're not doing this right, you're not doing that right.
No, you won't.
What would you normally thicken your sauces with, John?
Well, whatever's there type thing.
Like white flour or corn flour?
Could be corn flour.
Corn flour. And a drop of something else.
No.
Go on.
It should be tasty. I could get used to this.
And during a chaotic day at the bistro, it's Yvonne to the rescue again.
I don't know, John, we need to have this more accurate again. Yeah, bon appetit. I think it's very important that he has huge help. He's still working very long hours. The other day I went into the kitchen and he didn't have the correct fruit, I think it was, for a snack. So at least I could pop out and do that.
She's been immense, and the encouragement and support and just organising things, it was great.
And the support doesn't stop with Yvonne. Last week, John's brothers revealed how he sacrificed so much for them after the death of both of their parents.
He gave up everything for us to come back to Bangor to look after us.
So the support he's given us the past 20-odd years is going to be the support we're going to try and cram into 8 weeks.
And staying true to their word, the boys are by John's side to help him through his new exercise regime.
Any night he wants to go out, we're here from. Even when Operation Transformation's all over, we're going to keep this going. This is the first time in over 20 years we've done an activity of physical exercise like this together. Every other time it's always been a socialising event in the pub.
Anyone who knows me knows I give 110% than I do. If you have John Conway on board, you have all of John Conway on board. And there's a lot of me and me.
Go Team John.
Even with all the support in the world, the scales are something John will always have to face alone.
Big deep breath, up you go.
All right, John, last week you were 22 stone and 6 pounds. Your target weight loss was to lose 6 pounds. And today, you weigh 21 stone, 8 pounds, which is a total loss of 12 pounds. How does that feel?
Great. You don't know what it means to somebody decides to lose that in a week.
Well done, you really hit that mark. Your first time in 20 years exercising with your brothers. There's a real bond there.
That's huge.
It's wonderful to see. And it's great to see that you can do that and bond outside of the pub.
John, what a start.
Thank you.
And I'm not disappointed, because how could you be with 12 pounds, right? But for me, the habits are so important. And I suppose I didn't necessarily see the effort of you taking responsibility. There was a part of me that was a bit pissed off when I saw your wife making your meatballs. You need to take responsibility for this. You know, what happens if your wife goes away for a week? Does that mean you don't get your fruit brought to you in a bowl at work? You know, so you need to start thinking. And it's a learning curve, you know, it's week 1, but I think that's a really key thing to remember.
12 pounds down. All the hard work paid off. I didn't expect that, but it just goes to show if you follow the plan, hey, it can be done.
If you'd like to follow John, log on to RTÉ.ie/OT, where you'll find his food and fitness plan. Last Saturday, we launched the first of our OT events, the Nationwide Walks, when a record-breaking 19,000 of you came out to pound the pavements. Live on 2FM, Louise and Carl got things moving.
3, 2, 1, go!
They pumped out the tunes and the country sprung into action. At 53 locations, you donned your runners, took to the streets, and united for our biggest walk yet.
Can you hear me down the back?
John and Ciara proudly led the way in Belmullet.
It's awesome. Awesome.
While Claire and Aoife made great strides in Limerick.
You couldn't help be excited. Everyone else is excited, so it's contagious, isn't it?
Eddie and Nolene stepped it up in Mullingar. While Dan and Ray rocked Kilmainham. And Lucy and I kicked things off in Kells.
Downtown.
A few hundred people out walking, and this is happening all over the country, and it just shows the power of Operation Transformation.
Walking is a fantastic way to keep fit, and it's a great step forward, and we're going to have great enjoyment here.
Thanks to Operation Transformation, it's encouraging everybody.
So I think I'm the youngest walker out for Operation Transformation today. She's 1 month old today.
From Dunlow to Dundalk, you proudly took the first step in this year's transformation. The community spirit and energy was electric. But some had a tougher walk than others.
He's having a great time, except Dad had to carry the whole way, didn't he?
Operation Transformation!
We'd like to thank Sport Ireland, the local sport partnerships, and especially all 19,000 of you from across the country who came together to make Saturday such a huge success. Our youngest leader, Lucy Dillon, settled in to watch her debut on Operation Transformation with her family and closest friends by her side for support.
My mum was 54 when she passed away. Cancer just spread all over her body, and I remember she got home the day of my 21st birthday. And I was so happy because she was able to come home from the hospital. I remember having breakfast with her. She died a month later. Watching myself upset and hearing what my story was really hard for me.
She doesn't talk to any of her friends about it, or no one really knows about it.
It's quite hard to watch, seeing her so upset.
I'm nearly afraid what people will think of how I feel. So I think that could be a huge thing as to why I don't open up.
She has a huge gang behind her, so she's going to do it, she's going to finish it.
And to make sure she does finish, it's straight down to business for the girls.
Thanks, Sonia, for coming out.
This is what friends are for.
Keep it up, girls.
I feel great. I actually do. I'll go home and do about 7 washes now.
And the next morning at 5 a.m, Lucy is already up and beaming with motivation.
Oh, yeah. I'm on my way to work now, and I'm going to have my last cigarette. Bye. So myself and Mark here in the office have given up cigarettes together. Well, how are you getting on without the fags?
Just get over those urges and you're grand.
Lucy speaking, how can I help you?
Lucy is determined to keep the cravings at bay. But what's this?
Oh, you didn't catch me. Mark was lighting candles earlier on, so I had to light my bag.
Really?
I swear to God. Mark, oh my God. I swear on my life I was not smoking.
Okay, Lucy, we believe you.
Get the trolley.
At least at the supermarket, Lucy has Connor there to keep her on the straight and narrow.
That's what it is, Lucy.
Or not.
You know I'd love some, but... Connor, what'd you get there?
Down there.
Funny, I don't remember seeing them on Aoife's shopping list. At home, while Lucy struggles with the new recipes, Connor has his own plan for dinner. Chips.
It's now 9:30. No, I'd never have dinner this late. Here's to the first meal off the plan, Connor.
But Lucy's long day isn't over yet. While others may be ready to tuck into their jam tarts, Lucy has her exercise to do.
You joining in with me? I have to pause it now because she's awake.
Having been on the go since 6 a.m. and only halfway through her exercise, Lucy knows she'll need a new plan of attack. Has our youngest leader done enough to meet her target?
Up you get onto the scales. Okay, Lucy, last week you were 16 stone, 13 and a half pounds. Your target was to lose 5 pounds, and today you weigh 16 stone, 6 pounds. That is a total of 7.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Good woman.
Lucy, well done. That is a wonderful start. My one piece of advice is that when we are thinking of maintaining habits and maintaining change, that creating a healthy environment is really, really important.
Yeah.
So those jam tarts in that trolley.
I know.
You know, Molly's seen him eating chips and you eating another thing. Like, that's not realistic long term.
Yeah.
And it's not good for her either. One family, one meal is something that I feel really strongly about. So I think that's something that you really need to drive home, I think, with him. And, you know, if he wants to eat chocolate or crisps or whatever he wants to do, he can eat it in his car, he can eat it outside the house. But I think putting it in front of you right now is just putting too much temptation in your path.
Yeah. Connor, you can leave them biscuits in the shop or you can leave them in the car. Just, yeah, we'll make a couple of changes this week.
Join us after the break when we catch up with our third leader.
Carl Henry was here now.
But first, it's time for tonight's ad break challenge.
Tonight's challenge is a tricep dip. Feet out in front, hands either side of the hips, backs nice and straight, all the way down and all the way up. You ready? Okay, 3, 2, and go. Do as many as you can between now and part 2.
Keep going!
The easy way. This is how you get the body. Ah, come on, Carl. That's far too easy.
3, 2, and 1. Up you come. Keep up the good work. I'll see you next week.
The biggest challenge is to challenge yourself. It's your move.
And now that you're warmed up, why stop there? Carl has another challenge for you after the show.
And there's another chance to get up and active after tonight's show. Join myself and the leaders for the very first group workout on RTÉ Player at 9 p.m. It's your move.
So get your water bottles ready and log on to RTÉ.ie/OT. Click on RTÉ Player Workout to join Carl and the leaders. Our next leader, Vice Principal Nolene Lynham's transformation may have only just begun, but already her students are seeing her in a whole new light.
The kids in school had a fantastic reaction.
Me and my mum said, Miss Nolene's a tough cookie.
But as we know, out of the mouth of babes, I mean, they're not going to sugarcoat anything. Who did the ad break challenge?
I did it for the whole break, and then I was like, Mum, get off the couch, you're the one that wants to be on a diet.
Surrounded with honesty like that, Nolene has all the motivation she needs to get straight down to business with her first 0 to 5k training session.
Well, 3, 2, 1, and we're walking.
I'm getting on good. Music is brilliant. It's what's keeping me going. I wouldn't have ran unless I was being chased or chasing something. I would never see any other reason for running. I actually surprised myself in that I enjoyed it.
I was actually coming home from school looking forward to doing this, to go for a run. Words I never thought I'd say.
There is pressure and people are saying to me, oh, I didn't realise there was so much involved. Oh, I can feel it there.
Queen of multitasking, Nolene won't let any opportunity to burn off a few extra calories pass her by.
Carl Henry was here now.
And is always eager to spice things up.
You like it hot, don't you, Nolene?
Not my curry, Maurice.
Just for men.
One thing getting a whole lot hotter is Nolene's kitchen, as she gets to grips with Aoife's meal plan.
Up to now, obviously, I'm cooking for one and it's as convenient as possible.
But that's all about to change. Aoife's roast dinner feeds 4, so Nolene invites her nieces round to enjoy the fruits of her labour.
I probably would have roasted about 3 whole chickens in my life. Obviously, I don't bring people over for dinner that often.
I'm really nervous. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect from dinner. Once she follows all the instructions.
Okay, it looks
lovely.
It looks cooked. It looks like a chicken.
The moment of truth.
Actually, do you know what? It really isn't bad.
It's lovely. It's really nice.
Seriously.
But there's no such thing as a free dinner, and Nolene needs the help of her nieces to dress for a very important public appearance.
No, it might be a bit low.
I've never stopped you before, Nolene.
After a tough first week on the plan for all our leaders, it was time to enjoy the limelight with a visit to RTÉ as guests on the Ray D'Arcy Show. Efficient as ever, Nolene makes the most of every opportunity.
You're very publicly single now.
I am, yes. No, I like to
You've been on national television and said, I am single.
I'm romantically challenged. If you want to scroll my number down the screen by the end of the show, that's fine.
Some people have been saying, like, you know, are you doing this maybe as well to meet a man? But I mean, if I was doing this to meet a man, it's very drastic. I'm sure Tinder would be much easier.
Lately, here I am.
But would a match on Tinder bring as much joy as a loss on the scales? Go for it. Okay, Nolene, last week you were 11 stone, 11 and a half pounds.
Your target was to lose 3 pounds, and today you weigh 11 stone, 4.5 pounds. Yes. That is a weight loss of 7 pounds.
Well done. That is an amazing weight loss in 1 week. Far exceeded anything we would have hoped for you. So fantastic. You're a really brilliant example of saying there's no age that's too old or no age that's too late to be able to do this. I hear every week from patients of mine, oh, well, I'm approaching the menopause, I can't lose weight. You know, I can't exercise, I can't do this, I can't do that. You have just knocked it out of the park, age 51, 7 pounds in 1 week, and you are proof positive that it can be done.
Not only that, you're 4 inches off your waistline, more than any other leader in week 1. And again, as the lightest leader, that's where you're conscious of it, right around the middle. Well done. What a leader, what a result. Fantastic.
A call out to all the single women in Ireland. Follow my plan, do the exercise, you can do it too. And if any single men want to follow us as well, you're more than welcome.
To follow your leader, go to RTÉ.ie/OT to access their plan. In just 6 weeks' time, the Operation Transformation 5K Fun Run will take place. And this year, for the first time ever, it's happening nationwide. We've joined forces with Park Run so that on the 20th of February, Ireland can come together to run 5K in over 40 locations across the country. What began as a group of 13 neighbours running together in Bushy Park in London has grown into a global community of over 2.1 million runners in 800 locations worldwide. Park Run founder Paul Sinton-Hewitt joined Carl and Louise on 2FM to launch our brand new Operation Transformation 0 to 5K training plan with Park Run.
Park Run is a free weekly 5-kilometre timed run or walk. We don't have a concept of a winner or a loser. In fact, the people who are most celebrated are the ones that are at the back of the field. It's a safe haven for people who are not accustomed to doing exercise.
I'm genuinely a little bit moved.
I'm
actually kind of moved, to be honest, because it can feel very much like it's, you know, there's me and there's us kind of fatzos who don't exercise, and then there's them, those fit people. And that transition can be difficult. So that, you know, it's a really powerful thing that you're doing.
And this year we're making it even easier to take that first step. At over 40 locations nationwide, you'll find a local OT ambassador who has volunteered to help you on the road to your first 5K run in 6 weeks' time. Ready to meet some fellow beginners in New Ross, County Wexford is OT Ambassador Bernie Sinnott, who experienced her first park run less than a year ago.
I had no intentions of running because I knew I wasn't going to be able to run 5K. I kind of walked fast as I could. I was absolutely like a beetroot at the end of it, but look, and I thought my whole stomach was going to come out of my mouth, but I got through it. I really enjoy going to it now, and it's become kind of part of my routine, and you look better, you feel better, your clothes looks nicer on you. Since April, I've lost a stone weight. My plan is to be able to run the whole thing by June without stopping. So I need a decade of the road, I suppose.
Having overcome her own fear of running, OT Ambassador Avril Gilroy is ready to motivate others to do the same at her local park run in Donabate, County Dublin.
I never would have saw myself running 5K, possibly one of the proudest moments I've had in years, to know that I had completed something. If I'd have known that this would have made me feel so good, I would have done it a lot sooner.
I admire anybody that goes out there. You know, you do not need to be a runner. Even if you go out there and just go for the walk, isn't it far better than being at home, sitting down at a couch? So I'd say to everybody, go and don't put it off.
Join Bernie, Avril and all our OT ambassadors this Saturday at 9:30 a.m. for our first 0 to 5K training session at your local park run. Register to take part now. Simply fill in your details, find your local park run and select Operation Transformation as your club to receive your park run barcode and gain free entry to any park run worldwide. Remember, you must register before attending. So log on to RTÉ.ie/OT now for all the details. Carl and the leaders are standing by for our very first group workout. Log on to RTÉ.ie/OT and click on RTÉ Player Workout to join Carl and the leaders now. And tomorrow, these three are back.
When I say rest, you freeze. Off you go. Let's go. Off you go.
No one's alarm you, lads, but there's a car on fire over there.
See you then.
And best of luck to the remaining leaders, whose run is at the same time as 8:30 tomorrow. Sheila and Sandra Bullock, the lifestyle on Husa, Gach and Loch. Tonight at 9:35, one lady proves to be a very demanding boss in our midweek movie, The Proposal. Next tonight at RTÉ Main Evening News and Weather.